Example 8, suppose we want to estimate the proportion of students at U of C who support gay marriage. How many students should be interviewed if you wish to be 95% certain that the error of the estimation is below 5% or 0.05? Okay, A, if you don't know any information about P at all, if you don't have any sample proportion information at all. Okay, let's start by writing down what we do know. 1 minus alpha is called the confidence level. Here our confidence level is 95%, meaning that of course we're going to base this on the normal distribution. In the middle of the graph we should have 95% of our data, and left over in both tail areas we have 2.5%. Okay, this is a Z distribution, and so we can look up into our Z charts here, 0.025 to get here, this negative Z alpha over 2 value. This will be in the negative 1.9 and 0.06. Okay, so here I've got my alpha over 2 value. Okay, some other things that I might want to note. The allowable error that we said that we were having was to be below 5%. Okay, so at most it needs to be 5%. And we don't have any information about the sample, about p hat. So what we are going to do when you don't have any information about p, we will just assume that p hat is 0.5. Okay, this is the worst case it could be. Okay, when you don't have any information, just assume that it's 0.5. Okay, finally, we can go ahead and find out the sample size. Okay, remember that the sample size for a proportion should be at least as big as your Z alpha over 2 value, which is divided by your error. You square this ratio, then you multiply by p hat and 1 minus p hat. Okay, so in this situation, our Z alpha over 2 value was 1.96. Our allowable error was 5%. We want to take the ratio, square it, multiply it by 0.5 and by 1 minus 0.5, giving us here the value 384.16, and we know that we always round up for sample size calculations. Okay, let's quickly see how to. Okay, part B, we're trying to find the sample size if we do know information about the sample proportion, if it's actually 0.62. So if we do have information about p hat, again, we use the same formula. Okay, that's a z here. Okay, so that's 1.96 divided by 5% squared and multiplied by our information about the sample. $362.3, which of course, 0.03, which rounds up, of course, to 363.